We're running down all the city and town halls in Ontario that I thought were notable enough. And it gets pretty messy, so strap in. Ajax. So Ajax looks like it is a building in an office park, and it probably is a building in an office park. It's bad. Aurora. There's a lot of clashing with Aurora. The blue and the red bricks, it just looks like shit. It's bad. Caledon. The plates aren't terrible. The plates on the walls, they're okay. It's the glossy columns that really piss me off here. I don't like those at all. I actually fucking hate those a lot. Oh ho ho ho, Clarence Rockland. Try harder. I don't know. Collingwood. It looks like a fake old building. Like it probably is a real old building, but it looks fake. Yeah. Halton Hills. More like the Secret Garden. Oh my god. London. Oh boy. So I don't know why London has like a bulge running down the middle of it. It's really disgusting. I don't like the weird overhang that has 2 floors in it. I think that's weird as well. I don't like how the London logo is like on a separate little plate above the City Hall text. And most of all, I don't like that this looks like a fucking Hilton Marriott hotel. Like it looks bad. Oakville looks like shit, but that's not really a surprise for Oakville. Ottawa. Oh, this is disappointing. What were they even thinking here? This is so terrible. It's so bad. The green is ugly. The other stuff is bland. It really looks straight out of like 1997. Yeah, fuck this. Barrie. So I'm a major proponent of Barrie. I want to say this is good. I like that there's a water feature that turns into an ice rink in the winter, and this isn't the only one that does that, as we'll see. But yeah, I don't know. It's pretty bland. They could have gone harder with it. They could have built it in the lake. Brampton. Again, they could have done more. Like, I get they're trying to emulate an old style here. I like the big, like, circle room kind of half thing that's popping out there. I like that there is a clock tower, but altogether it's missing something. Brantford. I believe this is Brantford's current city hall, and it's a nice old building, but I have my reasons for disliking it, as we'll see later on. Brockville. Yep, that's a city hall, alright. I kind of like the tower. Burlington. This one kind of looks like mini Nathan Phillips Square, like really mini, with only 1 tower. It doesn't really look like it, but you know. Clarington. So Clarington's one of the first examples of ones where they took the old city hall and then they attached some shit to it to make it look new and to expand it a bit. And I tend to like a lot of these. And this one, I like the gray in the background, but the old building is just so boring. Bringing it down. Kawartha Lakes. Is Kawartha Lakes even like a real town or city? I don't know. It's boring. Kitchener. So Kitchener is the first example of what I'd call a hot mess. It's really messy. I can't tell where the city hall begins and ends. The entryway looks weird. I have no idea what year this was built in. I'm gonna guess like 2007? No, I'm gonna guess like 2003. 2003. I kind of like how on the right side the red thing like kind of like goes out to the road, the 2-story thing. I don't like the weird tower in the middle with the big cube on top. That's so stupid. Fuck this thing. Okay, Niagara Falls. In theory, I would like this one, but in practice, it's really bland. They could have built it in the waterfall. Norfolk. I don't know. I feel like Norfolk's like an agglomeration of towns or something. It's fine. It's old. Orangeville. Cute little tower. Nothing else to say about that. Oshawa. So here's another mess. This is really funny. The more you look at it, it gets funnier and funnier. I don't know if this thing in the background is part of it, but if it is, that's kind of cool. The entryway thing over it is weird and curved and goes up for some reason. It looks terrible. And then the wall beside it has some kind of diagonal thing going on, but it doesn't work. Yeah, it's interesting. It's kind of interesting. Oshawa's kind of underrated. Richmond Hill. So Richmond Hill City Hall, and I haven't looked into this, is literally like an office park tower by the highway. And I'm assuming it was not built to be City Hall. I have to assume. Because like, why the fuck would they build this? And the logo on top is so funny too. That's hilarious. But yeah, I don't know. It's another mess. But I appreciate this one more. Sarnia. It's so simple. I'm sure it works very effectively. Sudbury. This one's like a whole square. There's like a whole plaza behind it you can't see. And there's 2 towers on the left and right side. And this middle triangle building. It's kind of epic. It's kind of Clockwork Orange. It's kind of Tron Legacy. It's kind of sci-fi. It's a little Blade Runner. It's a little bit of Star Wars. It's a little bit of Timmins. Yep. Wasaga Beach. Like the Richmond Hill one, I think they're repurposing an old building here. Although this time around, I think it may have been like a comfort inn or a sleep inn, maybe even a day's inn. But yeah, it looks like a hotel, which is really fitting for Wasaga Beach, and it kind of adds to it, but I don't know. I'm fascinated. Waterloo. Ugh, I really don't like this one. This maybe should be in the bad tier. I don't know. But then there's another shot of it on the inside, and it's like, it's not so bad, but I don't know. Pretty bland, try harder. Welland. This is like kind of a failed attempt at modern architecture, although I like the water feature in front. That's nice. Although it looks like it makes it really inconvenient to walk to the door. Windsor. This one's almost like good. It's almost good. It's just kind of bland. And I think the popping out levels of it, like the windows on the right side, on the top right side, and then the bottom left side, are kind of ugly. But you know. Love the field in front. Woodstock. Oh, it's so old. Oh my god. Damn, it's so old. Belleville. So Belleville's another city or town that I don't know which one it is. I'm a major proponent of Belleville. I love Belleville. I love the idea of Belleville. And their city hall is fucking epic. Like, look at that tower. That is just great. I love these columns that go beside the clock face. I love the little line features above the windows, above all the windows kind of. And I love the like aqueduct thing, archway thing in front of the building. Good for Belleville. That's awesome. Brantford. Again, I know what you're thinking. It was already on here. But from my little research I did, this was their old city hall, even though it's a newer building, seemingly. But it has recently been moved to that other older building between 2020 and 2022. And I don't know why, because this is like the sickest building ever. I won't lie. Finding this building was the impetus for even doing this whole thing. I love this building. This is the best one here. I mean, it's brutalist. You gotta love it. I love all the little things that are popping out. Yeah, Cambridge. So Cambridge is the old and new, and I think they did a really good job here. The square is a little lackluster in front, but it's to be expected. Old City Hall is cute and nice. I like the tower on it, and I like the way the colors from the old one and the new one go together. And I like the lions over the windows. I don't know how that looks from the inside, but from the outside, I love it. Here we have the ski hill, Chatham, Kent. I love this thing. I love the big ass slope. I love the big balcony things on the levels. It kind of reminds me of that like TDSB building in North York. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I don't know. This thing's formidable. I really like it. It seems like it's too big also for Chatham, Kent, but good for them, I guess. Cornwall. Simple. Very simple. I love it. It looks like it's like a building they might do like lithography in or something like that, like some kind of administrative building for like a small company, but it works. It works. Cornwall's keeping it humble. I like it. Grimsby. Oh, fuck. So Grimsby is switching it up. I love this building. It looks like an elementary school, but like one that was built in the last 10 years. I don't know. It's cool. It's cool. It also seems too big for Grimsby, like the last one, but good for them. That's sick. Guelph. Another one where they put a new one in the middle of the old one, so there's kind of old buildings on both sides. I think it works. I don't know how I feel about this market sign in front with the weird stack. I don't know, it's cool. It's kind of like, there was another one that looked like this, but this one looks better. Hamilton, the Hammer. I fucking love Hamilton. I think Hamilton is the future of not just Ontario, but Canada as a whole, maybe even the world. First of all, I love this photo. I love how it has like the hill in the background and all the apartment buildings. And I love the building itself. It's very modernism. I don't know. I like the symmetry right in front and the front entrance with the fountains and the entrances. And then as you go up, one side gets longer. I don't know, it just works. And to be honest, I like the Hamilton sign more than the Toronto sign because the Toronto sign always has ugly colors that ruin the aesthetic of Nathan Phillips Square, in my opinion. Good for Hamilton. Kingston. So Kingston has an epic city hall. This looks like fucking medieval times. This is awesome. I love the giant thing in the middle. You know what I'm saying. I don't know what you call that. It looks like an American building almost, like an old American building, like a state capitol even. It's cool. Markham. So this one took me by surprise. I'd seen this building before, but I didn't realize it was the City Hall of Markham. Another giant water feature. It's awesome. You can see it in the winter and not in the winter. It's huge. It's great. The building itself is kind of interesting looking. It reminds me of the Civilization Museum in Gatineau. I'm sure it was built around the same time. Love it. Good stuff. Good for Markham. Milton. Okay, so Milton has another one with the old and new. I think this one's a bit less interesting, but the old building is really nice in my opinion. I love the old building. The new one's fine. I love the limestone, maybe? I don't know. On the old one, that's great. Mississauga. So I never realized that this building was Mississauga City Hall. This looks like some kind of stonemason temple. It's ridiculous, actually. I think there's an outdoor amphitheater on the right side. Hilarious. The clock tower is kind of cool. There's a lot of that kind of clock tower going on in Mississauga. I don't know why. I love the round room on the right side too. This is just so over the top. As are a lot of things in Mississauga. Like, they're doing it to the max here. Newmarket. This is just like a simple old and new one. It's done really well in my opinion. The old building's really nice. The new one's pretty good. It all just ties together. North Bay. So North Bay is another sci-fi looking one. I guess that's like a thing in Northern Ontario. I love the, what I'm assuming is the council chamber in the front, and then the black building in the back. Very cool. Aurelia. So Aurelia looks like it's a craft brewery. Like, it looks like they're making some IPA in there. And that's awesome. I think that works for Aurelia. I don't think they have a need for anything grander. They're just being themselves. Peterborough. There are a lot of buildings like this one in Toronto. Maybe like the one with the weather beacon on top. I don't know. Love this style. Pickering. So Pickering has one that I'd also consider a mess, but it's a good mess. I don't even know what they were thinking here. Maybe this angle is bad, but it seems like it's way too much for Pickering. Like, Pickering's not very big. But yeah, I love the epic clock tower. I like the weird statue in front. I love the giant logo on the building. That's sick. I think all of them should have a giant logo on them for the city. Or a crest, I guess. And I love the tower on the right, the pyramid with the dots on it. What the fuck were they even thinking? That's sick. Sault Ste. Marie, Canadian side. Yeah, another sci-fi building. And this one's pretty cool too. It looks a bit dilapidated in this photo, but I'm sure it works just fine. St. Catharines. Just a classic old ass building. I mess with it. Stratford. Yeah, this is a fitting city hall for Stratford. Pretty much what I would have guessed Stratford City Hall would look like. It seems too big for Stratford. Like, Stratford's one of the smallest cities on this list. Or towns, I guess. I don't know. It's voluptuous. Thunder Bay. So Thunder Bay's breaking the Northern Ontario sci-fi tradition here a bit. But I like this building too. I like the giant tree on the left side. I like the kind of sepia tone they have going on here. And I like the windows in front. I don't know. I think I should hate this one, but I kind of like it. Oh, Toronto. I mean, what can you even say about Toronto City Hall? Nathan Phillips Square. I love the seagull in front. I love that there's a snack bar. It's never open. I love the stage that is wasted. I love the ice rink and fountain thing in the middle. I love the arches that they don't let people go on anymore. I love the building itself. Toronto's own Twin Towers. I think that's pretty cool. I love the council chamber. It looks like a spaceship. And I love the walkways that surround the plaza, like the elevated walkways. It seems like a really good place to get mugged. No one's ever on those, but it's cool. I like how they connect to the hotel across the street too. And of course, I love the giant parking garage underneath with the animal logos for each section of the parking garage. I think that is genius. Let's go Green Pea. Fawn. Okay, so this looks pretty new. I like the modern clock tower. That's pretty funny. I think this is just like a simple new building that's done pretty well. Whitby. Maybe it's just the angle, and maybe it's just the nice green grass in front, but I don't know. It's nice. It's real nice. And that's it. Okay, which city hall was your favorite?